Welcome back. This is Weeknights.
Weeknights.
And we made it to the end of another week. Week 3.
3 weeks down.
And forever to go.
And forever to go.
Anyway,
Forever to go.
this
Can we
is
just,
Weeknight.
first of all, can we pause for one sec? What's that
You go ahead,
face?
go. I was pausing.
I was just saying, can we just pause for 1 second, and acknowledge all the people who have, supported us through this transition. I just feel like, a little thank you is in order because we made a drastic change to our format. We made a drastic change to our entire show.
Yes.
And I really appreciate the people who have been, checking it out, tuning in, whether you watched one episode or all 14 episodes or
Right.
whatever it is, just thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for, showing us love because
Right.
it's much appreciated. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Anytime you make a transition, you usually lose some folks. And so we know we
Mhm.
lost some folks, but we're happy for the folks we gained, and we're happy for the folks that have been rocking with us.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because
yes,
some of the people that's rocking with us now were rocking with us before,
that's
and I
true.
love that for us. Look at us, transferring some people over.
They
I
came on with
appreciate
us. That's how
it.
you know it's the squad.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And if you're new here, hi.
Hey,
Welcome
I'm
aboard. Get
Dash.
comfortable. Have a seat. Come on. Look, we got space.
Uh
There's
huh.
space on either side. You know what I mean?
There's,
Come on, join
there's
us.
no room over here, but there's room over here. There's
You know what I
room over
mean?
here, and I am Dash,
AKA.
aka the King of R&B.
That's right.
And this is my lovely co-host. Why can't I say co-host? My lovely co-host.
I am JD, AKA He Who Pods.
Yes, exactly. So, welcome. We hope you come
Welcome.
back again. Now
We
that
hope
we've
so.
gotten that out of the way, do you have
That's
any
good.
questions for me today? You have
I
anything you
don't.
need to ask me?
I don't. I asked you that hard hitting question yesterday. I
Did.
feel like maybe I should take the day off today, you know?
Oh, you're taking the day off today? Okay. I got you. Well, let me ask you something.
What's up?
Who's your favorite female rapper?
Oh, is that the first topic? We just diving right in?
It's not a topic. It's a question.
My favorite female rapper is Missy Elliott.
It's great. I dig that answer. I do. I'd probably say the same, actually. I dig that answer very much. Missy is. There are no words. Missy's incredible.
That's the word. Incredible.
Right. Right. Okay. It was just a question.
Oh, okay. I thought you were leading us
No. Well,
straight
well,
into
I,
the ring.
well. It definitely was a segue. Okay, because we have a lot of ladies to talk about today.
Yes, we do.
This is the lady episode. I feel like
It's
we don't have
ladies' night.
we don't have any men to talk about today.
Well, maybe if we got time, we might sneak one in. Let's see what happens.
Maybe we'll see. But as of right now, it's all about the ladies, and the ladies got a lot going on.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, what ladies you want to start with?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember what the first topic was.
We got
So,
the rap ladies, and we got
right.
we got the whole apocalypse.
Let's talk about the rap ladies first, and
Okay.
then then talk about the whole apocalypse
All
because
right.
the whole apocalypse.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
Good
so let's save
times.
the fun for the end because I feel like talking about the rap ladies is going to be a little, and we already spoke about Missy, so it's a perfect transition. I wonder what Missy thinks about all of
probably writing somebody's next hit album. You know what I mean?
Probably.
She
But
probably
I'm
too
sure
busy
somebody
getting.
taps her on the shoulder every now and then and goes, "Do you see this shit?"
She probably be like, "Nope, next hit record. Sorry, working on this next hit.
They'd be like, did you have you heard what's going on
Nope,
X?
nope."
Anyway, let's get to it then.
Well, lots of new music from the ladies today.
Alato.
I see what you did there. I see that. I ain't even need to put my glasses on to see that. I see what you did there. I see that. Y'all see what she did?
I
Y'all
did
see
it.
that?
I did it. Not too much in the comments about my joke,
I thought
okay?
it was. I was gonna say put a cup of coffee in the comments if you got it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was great,
I'm
but
gonna go put a cup of coffee in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
I do realize that it was a bit corny, so I'm.
I mean, that was. I thought it was good, but I'm corny too. Anyway,
Yes, you are.
uh, hey. Anyway, so
Hmm.
Ice Spice put out a new song called "Fart."
Well, sort of.
That's not what it's called. I thought it was
It's
called
called,
"Fart."
it's called "Thank You the Shit Fart."
Oh, I didn't even know all of that.
Fart is in parentheses. I think I hate saying the word fart. The reason it's in parentheses is because shit can't be shown everywhere. So I think that's why that's like that. I hate saying that word. So let's move on.
All right. Well, it seems like she's busting shots at Lotto based on wordplay, but she doesn't say Lotto's name. But that is what the word is in the streets. That in
Yeah,
this new song, she's busting shots at Lotto.
that's
Then
think.
that yeah, and then we have Meg The Stallion with her
Mhm.
record "Hiss," where I wish I had a cat just for this purpose, so the cat could come and go. No, not that. Anyway, sound effects aside, the song is called Hiss, and she seems to be addressing lots of people without saying names. There are a lot of shots being busted in the Hiss record. And
Yeah.
then we got Queen Nicki, who went on Twitter and decided to let us know all the great things that have happened with Pink Friday 2 since its release about a month ago or so. I think maybe a little longer than a month, but
Hmm.
recent release. And she
Yeah,
wanted to let us know all the things that were going on with it, all the platinums and double platinums and triple platinums and golds,
that she did want us to
the
know. Yeah.
records that she broke, and the Apples and the Spotify's and all of the things, as you like to say.
Yep.
And then there was a live that I didn't even know about. You told me right before we hit record. And it seems that there's a lot of rap beef going on today with the ladies.
Yeah. Apparently in the live she played a piece of his.
Oh.
Yeah.
All I know is the post I saw after you told me about it.
Uh-huh.
It said Nicki made in her live mention a 3-time Grammy winning artist that can't catch a beat.
Right. But I believe she played it, and that was why she was saying the person can't catch a beat.
But weren't
Because she
they?
played a piece of the song and then was reacting to the song.
Got it. But
I
weren't they
believe that's what
cool?
happened.
I'm a little confused. Look, I believe you. I'm not. I don't. You don't have a reason to lie. But I'm a little confused. Weren't they both Hot Girl Summer? Wasn't that them?
Yeah.
Right?
Were
It
they?
was
No.
Nicki and Meg. No.
No, I don't think Nicki and Meg have ever done anything together. Meg and Cardi do things together all the time.
No. All right. Hold on. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, oh, I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure. I'm about to look it up right now.
They do it together. Don't they phone in music these days? Couldn't you be on a song with someone you don't like and never have seen them during the
That's a
process?
different conversation. Hot Girl Summer, Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj.
Oh, well, yep. Yeah, because I think it was a big deal when it happened too.
Hot Girl Summer is Meg Thee Stallion featuring Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign.
It's a hot girl summer.
But that was almost 4 years ago. That was August of 2019.
Hot Girl Summer was 2019.
That's what good old Spotify says. August of 2019.
Okay.
Just listen. I'm just telling you what Spotify says.
No, I believe
But
you.
yeah,
I
I was a
believe it
little
was.
confused because I didn't know they had beef. I'll be honest, I didn't know any of these people had beef. I know, I know, I know Nicki wants to make it very clear
Yeah.
that she is the queen bee.
She's the queen
And
of all hip hop and
yep.
rap
And
music.
that part I have no confusion on. I'm very clear that that's what Nicki wants to make clear. But the rest I'm confused about. I didn't know about Lotto and Ice Spice. I didn't know Meg and Nicki. I mean,
I think we're just not. Are we not tapped in to
I guess not.
the girls?
I guess not.
Because it seems like with the Lotto and Ice Spice thing, no one seems surprised by it. I think we
Oh
are.
yeah, no. It seems like it's been some ongoing thing.
Right. So
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know they had beef. I'm curious as to why they have beef.
got ideas, but
Oh,
who
what
am
are
I?
your ideas? Tell me. Oh, tell me. Come on. I'd like to know.
I mean, what do women usually beef about?
Uh, a lot of things. What
Men usually beef about two or three things:
women?
money
Uh huh.
and maybe some nonsense here and there. Now let's flip it. What do women usually beef about?
A lot of.
Men.
Oh, okay. You think this is about a man?
I mean, if I have to throw a dart in the dark, just a random guess with no context or past history or information, I'm guessing there's a man somewhere out there that this kind of that is tied to some of this.
Really? That's what you think?
I mean, okay, well, that it's not the who's the number one conversation because Lotto and Ice Spice are not the who's the number one conversation. So it ain't that we both trying to be number one. There's some other women who are having those conversations, but I don't know Ice Spice to be part of the I'm number one woman rapper conversation. Not even out her own mouth. I've never heard it. But
I
hey, listen, I am not the most well versed on any of these artists. I did hear Pink Friday too, but that's about it. So maybe I'm wrong. But as far as I know, Lotto, Ice Spice, that's not the number one spot fight.
mm,
The people I mean, I'll be honest, the people who I see having the I'm the number one woman rapper conversation are
mhm.
Nicki, Cardi, and Meg. Those are the three I see having it
Yeah.
in different ways at different times. And I know some of those people don't really get along with Lotto, but I don't know Ice Spice to be part of that I'm the number one rapper conversation.
No,
So
and
I don't
I
think
didn't know
this is
Ice Spice
just
had beef with anybody.
me either, but this is what I'm saying. So
I just feel like she over there being a baddie and showing her panties and shaking it like jelly.
I be wanting to walk away, but I can't. Like, just can't walk away. Just be wanting
Why?
to sometimes.
Why? Because you a baddie who shows your panties?
No, I'm fully dressed, but I just don't know where I'm gonna go.
Do you shake it like jelly?
This is inappropriate. I'm calling HR. Calling HR and said, I'm gonna have to get a new co-host up here because you are behaving inappropriately. I'm calling HR. That's it.
All right, I'll back
I'm
off.
gonna have to hang up and call your mom. That's it.
Oh, okay. I'll back off. I'm not afraid of her, but I'll back off.
Oh! All right, what do you think about this rap beef? Let's come on. Let's come on. Let's
Which
stop playing.
one? The Lotto and.
I mean, all of it. What do you think about all of this?
But I'm here with you. Like I didn't know that these people were feuding. I didn't know anything about this. Um,
Right.
I feel like we're bad podcasters because we didn't know that this was happening. But it's not surprising.
Mm.
I think that these things happen. I think that healthy competition in these spaces is okay. I don't know what the beef is again, so I don't calling it healthy competition maybe is not the right thing. I feel like the last time you and I talked about rap beef among the female rappers, it
There's
was
a lot
a
of
lot
Twitter
of
exchanges.
mess around the beef, and
Yeah.
that was
There
what
was a
I
lot of
didn't like.
Twitter back and forths.
And to be clear, I don't like that when the men do it either. And I always say, put it in the music. I don't care for y'all to be on live laughing at bars or getting on X and taking subs at people. Like I think that's corny, and it's whether, it's the women or the men or those who don't identify as either. I
Right.
just feel like it's kind of whack. So, if there was ever a place for Ice Spice to say what she had to say, then it would be in the music. So I appreciate that, she put pen to paper or someone put pen to paper,
I mean, Meg
and
did too.
yeah, I'm against Meg.
Okay.
I'm against Meg. I don't have a problem with that. Now the Meg part of it all, Meg. I feel like Meg is. Does Meg have an album coming out?
We gotta assume so. This is now the second single, third one if you're counting the Mean Girls song.
I feel like Meg has an axe to grind, and I feel like that whatever body of work is coming out is going to be a compilation of Meg shooting at whoever she's upset at.
It seems that way.
Yeah,
Because Cobra was the introspective, I'm gonna get this stuff off my chest, even though I'm kind of angry record. And now
yeah,
his is just busting shots.
right. So
She said, I heard Partisan Fontaine, and I heard the rest of you itches too.
now I am glad that I am not a rapper and subsequently do not date rappers because I can't imagine what it's like. Or just people who make songs. I can't imagine what two people who make music. Can't imagine what it's like breaking up and then being like, I want to write about this nigga. I don't know why my voice did that, but I don't know why my voice did that.
Oh, snap.
Being like,
That was
I'm
you
a,
hiss. That was your throat hissing?
that was my inner monster.
Got it. Got it.
But I can't imagine. And then you end up in a battle between you and your ex. Now, it is entertaining for all of those watching. For the onlookers, it's
Yes, it
very
is.
entertaining.
Absolutely.
But being in it, that seems so crazy to me. Like,
I mean,
And
you
I
don't
don't
have to
know
date a rapper
what's,
though.
of course not. I'm just saying, I can't imagine what these people go through when they break up and they're like, man, now I have thoughts and feelings.
Gotta be
Let me go.
careful how you express those if the other
Let me
person
go.
is an artist.
Of course. Of course. But I feel like we're seeing with these two people that they do not want to contain those things. They do
Correct.
not want to control those things. They
Right.
want to let it out.
Yep.
And, now we're, it's a pissing contest.
A hissing contest.
That's
Right.
exactly. And that's fine. If you
So you
if
cool? You cool with this? What Meg is doing?
I don't
Because it seems like so far, and if I'm wrong, correct me. But so far, I'm just trying to keep score here. It seemed like you're cool with what Ice Spice did, putting it on wax, as we used to say. You're not cool with what Nicki did, expressing it on Twitter and Instagram Live. But you're once again coming back, you're cool with Meg airing all of it out on record.
I
That's where
think
you at with it.
I think Meg is doing what rappers do. I think the difference between I think the difference there's no difference. I think the thing that probably burns people up inside about Meg is that she's a woman doing it. But I think that's what rappers do. I think that rappers come out all the time. We talk all the time about Drake and Kanye and Pusha T, and we could list a long list of people who have gotten on a song and spilled everything or spilled some of the things. I
Yeah, but
think that's pretty.
who said we were mad at Meg for doing it? Who's
Oh,
mad at Meg for doing it?
I think people give her a lot of flack for doing it. When
Oh,
Cobra came out, there was a lot of, oh, well, she's saying this and that, and why
the
is she
only thing
doing it
I
this
saw was the
way?
stuff about the cheating ex, which everyone assumed was Party.
Right. Why is she doing it this way? Why is she saying this? Why is she There was a lot of that
Got it.
when that came out. I know me and you don't get into the comments or the commentary around some of these things that we talk about, but it's out there.
Sure. I'm saying I didn't hear it. I didn't say it doesn't exist.
Yeah, so I don't feel like she's doing anything different from anyone else. And if I'm someone who's saying, if you got an axe to grind, put it in the music, because like turn it into art, then it is what it is. How hard I can't then temper how hard she goes or how many people she shoots shots at or whatever, like it has to be whatever it's gonna be.
Right.
As far as Nicki Minaj goes, I don't know what Nicki's end game is. I get that Nicki wants people to think that she's the greatest, but I don't think anybody ever said that Nicki wasn't. And
Everybody
that's
says she isn't. All the other women rappers.
well, the women rappers, but I don't think okay, so I don't think that.
And remember, we covered on the old show how she's been snubbed many times at the Grammys.
Well,
If you put those two things together, that's a lot of people saying I'm not the best.
sure, okay. Then I take back the way I said that. What I'm trying to say is, as a culture, Nicki is respected by the culture.
Yeah.
Nicki is revered by the culture. I think the way
Do you think Nicki
Nicki
is
is,
looked at? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Nicki is not without her problems,
Okay.
right? Which, who isn't? But Nicki is not without her problems. Uh, But I don't think that ever negated Nicki's talent or Nicki's effort. Or I get the Grammy thing. I understand that wholeheartedly. The people who say, the people who end up saying that, oh, the Grammys don't really matter and all of that. Well, they say that, but it matters in certain circles. It matters when you're trying to, make more money off of something, or when you're making your business deals, or you're booking performance venues, or
Yeah.
there's a list of things where your name being attached to Grammy winner or Grammy nominee matters. The same way at the Oscars, being an Oscar nominated actor, or being decorated with those awards, make a difference, because it does something to the rest of your. It's like a person who goes out and gets a master's degree. While master's degree may not be required, it makes an impact on your salary, or it makes an impact when people are looking for a certain skill that maybe you don't necessarily need to have a master's degree to have, but it carries a certain cachet, you know?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So if Nikki feels, and
Mm-hmm.
it seems like it's true based on what we said last time and what we found, seems like
Uh-huh.
Nikki has been snubbed quite a few times when it comes to the Grammys. So if she's not being given the things that would help her excel in those categories and in those ways that you're saying, you don't think that's a valid axe to grind? That plus her competitors, I guess, for lack of a better word. That
Yeah,
plus her competitors saying, "No, I'm the number one chick here." You don't
I
think
do
that?
I do think it's valid. I just I don't know. It's complicated for me because on one hand I'm thinking I wish I wish she wouldn't let it consume her. But then on the other hand, because that's what I think when I see 5 pages of Twitter
Tweets.
comments or tweets or whatever they're called now. Um, that's what I think. I'm like, D- don't let this consume you, because we know that you're talented and we know that you've done incredible things, and we know all of this. But then on the other hand, I'm like, okay, but if you don't feel like you're getting your just due, then who am I to tell you that you shouldn't ask for it or demand it?
Right.
So it gets complicated with Nikki, because I feel like yes, talk your shit, like you accomplish these things, but at the same time, it's almost sad that she even feels that she has to do that.
Let me ask you: do you think Nicki is revered in the same way that Drake is? You think it's hands down clear? So you think it's hands down clear that Nicki is the number one woman and has been in the industry? Do you think that the industry treats her that way?
No,
That's why I ask, because I don't think Nicki gets treated like a Drake or a Jay-Z or one of those people who we look at, what any generation looks at as, hey, this person is all the way at the top. That's the god here. That's the god level person. I don't think Nicki gets treated like a Drake, an Eminem, a Jay-Z. I don't think
yeah,
that's the treatment she gets.
her name is often not coming up. The way that Jay Z, Drake, run down the list, a lot of men's names roll off your tongue in a lot of these conversations about hip hop. There are times where Nicki's name never comes up.
Right. That's why I asked the question.
So yeah, I agree with that. That she doesn't get her just due. I don't know. I don't. I think that's wrong. I think she deserves her just due. You may not like every song she's made or every album she's put out, but I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because is it because there are people who think of her in the same way that Yasin Bey thinks of Drake. I don't want to go back to that conversation, but I think that's the easiest example that I could think of, where it's like she's leans more pop more often than not, and so she's not being considered when we're having certain conversations about hip hop because maybe people's minds go someplace else.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so because the
I'm
game is
asking.
different for women. The women almost have to be mainstream to become popular. Look at everybody who's a woman artist lately. The last decade, the last 5 years, let's just keep it recent. In the last 5 to 10 years, if you don't have a mainstream record, if you don't have a crossover record,
Mhm.
people don't really know you like that.
Yeah.
You gotta have that. And so I think it's a little different because with the women, we're finding that the labels are finding these women who have followings or have a record that's already doing well locally, I guess we'll say, and then bringing them in, putting money behind them,
Hmm.
and pushing that record and that person to mainstream, even if they don't have records that are doing well. And they say, okay, we're going to put a team of writers around you. We're going to put you with the best producers and put you out there. It's not the same game. And that's also why they got to do certain things. I'm not saying this is fair or not fair. I'm just responding. But that's why you see somebody like Lotto before the Mariah Carey record going on a podcast like the Joe Budden podcast and saying like, yo, there's a lot of shit they want me to do I don't feel comfortable with. I don't really want to be out here getting bodies done and learning dance routines. But what do we see since then? Those things are kind of part of the be. You remember there was memes for a couple years that was like the such and such starter kit memes. Remember, it would be a couple pictures and be like the starter podcast kit, uh, the dope boy kit, the fuck boy kit
Hmm.
is a couple things that's in the female rapper starter kit. And I
Okay.
think that game is very different than the quote unquote men rappers
Yeah.
because the game is not the same. And that's a whole different conversation. But I don't think I'm trying to respond. I don't think Nicki gets that kind of Yasin Bey criticism for being pop or mainstream because that's kind of the wave. And maybe she started that wave. I don't know. I don't know. Well, that's a conversation for another time, perhaps. But perhaps perhaps she started that way. But today I do know if you don't got that kind of crossover appeal, that kind of mainstream appeal where it's like KTU might also play this record.
Hmm.
You might not be somebody who we know in every household.
Right.
In on the men's side, there's a wide range. Maybe I shouldn't do up and down, but there's a wide range of where men can fall on the scale and still become a household name. You don't have
Right.
to be a Drake with a bunch of pop crossover records, right? Look at Yasin Bey. Yasin Bey, Most Def is a household name. He didn't. He's not the person with all the Drake pop crossover hits. Hence the criticism. But I think in the women's world, especially the last decade or so, I think it's very different.
Okay. Now I see what you mean.
Yeah. But you know who I think we should really blame?
Cool.
Ariana Grande.
Because she's a hoe.
Yo,
Because she's a
yo,
hoe.
yo, Candace Owens though.
She's the leader of the whole apocalypse.
Oh man, tell them about it before we dive in. Tell the audience.
I don't even know. Okay. Candace Owens, right wing, black woman, provides political and apparently pop culture commentary.
Yep.
Candace Owens had a lot to say about Ariana Grande.
Yep.
Normally, when I hear Candace Owens' name, I do not even. I
Right.
don't click. I don't watch. I don't. I'm not interested. But you
But
know,
this one was a doozy.
well, You brought it to my attention,
I
and
did. I had to.
well, let me check it out. And then I checked it out, and I said, well, what in the hell? First of all, shouldn't she be talking about the Iowa caucus?
New
Meanwhile,
Hampshire, somebody.
I mean, didn't Trump do something this week? Like, what is happening here? And she is talking about Ariana Grande. So apparently, and I don't know all of these things to be true. I just want to be clear. So allegedly, Ariana Grande, according to Candace Owens,
Right.
Ariana Grande allegedly prefers men who are already taken by
Yep.
other women.
Yep.
Men with girlfriends, men
Wives,
with wives,
families.
families, all that. According to Candace Owens, and I don't know this lore about Ariana Grande, it could very well, I imagine Candace Owens did not get this from completely nowhere. And I'm sure if I tried to look into it on the internet, I'd probably find some more information about why people think this.
Yep.
And for what it's worth, maybe it's true. I don't know. She wouldn't be the first celebrity
Home
to
wrecker.
have done something like this. Leanne Rhymes.
And we busting shots too. All right.
So was it Leanne? I can't remember if Leanne was the victim or if Leanne was the homewrecker. Anyway,
You busting shots at the possible victim is wild.
I don't remember exactly.
Victim shaming. Mm.
No. So, first of all, Candace Owens starts talking about this topic by talking about how much she loves hoes. And I was like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? Oh, I love hoes. I think hoes are great. Ho, 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 ho. I was just like, are you in 1995? Like, what? I was confused. Like, the year 2000? I didn't understand why she was so, it felt very archaic the
Okay.
way she was using the word hoe. I'm not saying that no one uses it anymore. That's not what I think. But I also think that, like, the way she used it and every other thing she said was hoe, it was kind of like, I'm bored with this because been there, done that. I feel like we've moved past that in where we are in society today. Like, you don't walk around calling everybody a hoe like that or what, it just to me felt, where have you been?
Okay.
So I was just confused by it. I was like, but why? Okay, whatever. So she proceeds to talk about how, Ariana Grande is basically the leader of the hoes
That's what she
because
said.
she goes after men who have significant others.
And she mentions her song. Let me get the name. Hold on.
Yes, there is a new song that Ariana Grande has out
I'm on my way.
where
Go ahead.
she basically says, "Stay out of my business." She doesn't say anything about getting with somebody else's man, but what she does say is, "Stay out of my business." Which I think is perfectly valid. When people are walking around calling you a homewrecker, I probably too would say, "Stay out of my business." Did you find it?
I did. The song is called Yes, comma, and question mark.
Yes. So she's saying that this is a reaction to, you know, the claim that Ariana Grande has been messing around with somebody's husband.
Yep.
And then Candace Owens proceeds to say that she's going to start a rehab for hoes. And Ariana Grande, she will have Ariana Grande at her establishment um, to reform her, refine her from her hoe ways. It was just, it was pretty ridiculous, and it was just like, okay, girl. I mean, I get it. She basically said we all need to protect our men from Ariana Grande.
That's right.
Said, well, okay. Next time I see Ariana Grande walking around the street, I'll be sure to shield me in mind just to make sure she does not get anywhere near it.
Uh, I just read the lyrics. It seemingly is not about another person's man until the very last line, where she says, "Your business is yours and mine is mine. Why do you care so much whose I ride?"
Right, that's the part that Candace Owens reads on her.
It's the last line before the hook plays the last time.
Yeah, that's the part
There's a
that Candace
lot of hook
Owens
in
read.
this song, just reading the lyrics. A lot
Yeah,
of hook, a lot of chorus and pre-chorus going on here. But the last line of the last verse, that's what it says.
that's the exact line Candace Owens read on her show.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I think Candace Owens, let me tell you something, Candace. I know I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, but ladies and gentlemen, let me fix my tie.
Don't do this.
Ladies
Do
and
not do this.
gentlemen,
Do not
Candace,
do this. Do not talk about how
Candace
funny she is. Don't do this.
funny. I wasn't gonna
I
say
know
nothing
what.
about her being funny.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead. Go for it.
I'm about to
Let me
talk
see what you're
about
about to
me
say.
and Ariana Grande.
You and Ariana Grande.
Well,
Go
I'm
ahead.
glad you say it that way. Let me pause my statement and give some context. The fast forward version is Candace Owens claims that Ariana Grande was working on The Wizard of Oz, some rendition of The Wizard of Oz, with a
Right.
gentleman who
Wicked.
was playing some random ass character. And
Yeah. Oh,
she
I forgot that
befriended
part.
the gentleman. Oh, this is important, and that's why I was about to go off. But let's give the context. That's what she said. She says they're working on the play or movie together, the rendition of Wizard of Oz. He plays
Wicked.
some random character. He's not an important character. And Ariana Grande got cool with him, met his wife, shook the wife's hand, and wrecked the home. She took the man away from the newborn baby and the wife and sported him all over every red carpet that she could, and then put out the song Yes and. That's the context in which I'm
Why you
about to
didn't say
respond
that when
to.
I was talking? Why you didn't jump in with that when I was talking about it? I totally forgot that part, which is very important.
I got your back, player. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you should have said it then. Why are you saying it
Because it's
now?
going to lead directly to my point, or directly to my response, rather. So Candace Owens says this is very clear. Words being the song and actions, the fact that she's with this person, are very clear words and actions that
Uh-huh.
Ariana Grande is a homewrecker and the leader of the whole nation, the whole apocalypse, as she said. She
Yes.
is very shocked and appalled that there are people out there who only want to deal with people who are taken. It's a shame. Well, Candace, hi. There are some of us who, yes, we do like people who are taken. We do prefer to be with someone who has someone else. I too, like Ariana Grande, am going to say, yes, and this is America. And in America, we can do whatever the hell we want, right? Ain't that the dealio? Free will and all of that, right? Christian people, God gave us free will. So that means as a person who is on the scene, we can try to holler at whoever we want. That is our right as an American citizen. And if that's our preference, that is also our right as an American citizen. So why are you hating? What you should be doing, probably, is questioning the people who are in relationships, the people who are married and have a newborn. Because I could try to get at everybody's wife. I could try to get at everybody's husband. But you see, it takes two to tango. And if they do not want to tango, then we can't play ball, baby. And so it's interesting to me that you focused on the person with the preference and not the person who, according to you, not only stepped out, not only left his family, but got with this scandalous person. I think the focus is on the wrong person. If someone in this situation is so godforsakenly terrible, then it must be the man who was married with a newborn, no? How could it be the person who was single and saw something they thought was attractive, that they thought they had some chemistry with, that they thought like Venom, we are one? How could it be that person's fault? I think the focus is on the wrong person, Candace. Candace, perhaps you should be asking that man some questions. Perhaps you should be shooting at that man who was in a loving relationship, allegedly. Because the person who's single can only try. Unless we're talking about assault where she forced him, then that's a different conversation. But that ain't the story. So you can offer the goods, but the goods must be accepted. It must be received. Those are the kind of packages you can't just leave at the door. Somebody got to sign for them. And if nobody signs the dotted line, well, then the package is gone. It can't be delivered. They're undeliverable goods. And so I think Ariana Grande could do whatever the hell she want to do, like all the rest of the people who are single.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the people who are violating their vows, violating their relationship, and violating their family that they put together. Because the person on the outside has no responsibility to the people in that relationship. I, as a single person, I don't have anything to do with somebody's husband or 6 kids. Y'all can have the whole Brady Bunch in there. If your wife look good and we got some chemistry, I'm gonna shoot my shot. That's not on me unless we were friends. Now, if we were friends, then I'm disgusting and that's gross. But that's not the topic here. That's a different circumstance. That wasn't the highlight of this one. Now, unless we're friends first, if I feel like, hey man, that lady's looking good, and I don't know her husband, we're not friends, then I'm allowed to shoot all the shots I would like to shoot. Gatling gun, get it all off. You got to talk to the person who's doing something wrong. And the person in that situation that you highlighted was the person you didn't really talk about. It was homeboy. He the one with vows, a newborn, and a family. You could shake all the ass you want in front of him. But let me tell you something, a loyal person is a loyal person. A person in a relationship who wants to stay there, a person in a relationship who wants to build something, you could do whatever you want in front of them. There could be an orgy going on of the most beautiful Amazonian women he's ever seen. It could just be Wonder Woman everywhere. My God, this is amazing. And he still say, man, this looks real nice. But I either got to go get my wife so we could party together, or I got to get up out of here. I can't participate. Sorry. Can't put the onus on the single person. Sorry. That's not on Ariana Grande. Well, that was a tongue twister. That's not on Ariana Grande. It's on homeboy, whatever his name is. He was the one who's supposed to say, "Thank you kindly, but I'm currently in a marriage. I have a newborn son. I got a beautiful baby boy who I wanna raise and teach him to be a loyal man." If he saw Ariana Grande shaking that ass and said, "Oh baby, I like it raw," oh, can I have a sample of that? then he's the one messing up, not Ariana Grande.
Gotcha.
That's where I'm at with it.
Thank you for your take. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show.
This is Weeknights. We will see y'all next week.
Bye.